Hello, Dirty Trucking. Giving an update on this situation with Uber and Lyft. Lyft is a program. We all know the rideshare programs offer people the opportunity to generate some income right around picking up people. Yeah, which is a good idea, because people get tired of waiting on the bus and they have things to do, and they really don't want to stand at the bus stop waiting hours and don't get picked up. So they come up with these programs, Lyft and Uber. So let me tell you what the problem is here that I've been experiencing. Now, Lyft, I got approved for, wanted to generate some income in between my time of not being a truck driver due to Horizon Freight letting me go on the 7th. So I said, okay, well, I'll just go rent a car, ride around, generate some type of income until I figure out what I want to do, because I really don't want to continue to be a truck driver ever again. Thanks to Horizon. Congratulations. You have now successfully succeeded in me making a decision to not ever want to be a truck driver again. I really want to retire. This is my way out, and I'm trying to find a way out thanks to Horizon. So, but the problem is here, and I have reported it because I'm sick of it. Who wants to get approved for a job? And their program offers rental cars if you don't have a car. There's your option. If you want to rent a car, go ride around, pick up drivers. You just have to be responsible for the rental, which is a good idea if you don't have a car. Okay. Gives you the opportunity to check out the program, to live, see what kind of money you could make. But the problem is, Lyft approved me, and they didn't have that program here in Michigan. Led me to believe they did. Then I went and tried to rent a car from Enterprise Rental, and they wouldn't accept the rental car. And then when I found out what the problem was, is that it had to be their approved location, which is either Hertz and some other place. And when I contacted Hertz told me, Hertz has been lying to me. The Hertz Dearborn location first told me they were involved with the Lyft program. And then on that day when I went to go pick up the Enterprise car, which was 2 days ago, and I found out I couldn't use the Enterprise car, I called that same Hertz location back in Dearborn, and they told me that they're not involved with the Lyft program. We rent cars, but we don't rent cars for Lyft drivers. You have to contact the Livonia location. This is honest to God truth. Honest to God truth. And I think I just got off that phone with the gentleman that told me that 2 days ago. This is the gentleman that lied to me. No, take that back. No, this ain't it. This is the Livonia location. I just got off the phone with a guy that's telling me that he can go on his Uber app right now and search for cars, and it's telling him the next available date for a car is April 26th. Who wants to be bothered with that? Forcing people who have been approved to drive, you have some sort of job, and you're forcing them to go get another job because you don't have cars available for the Uber program. And then he goes to tell me that he's an Uber driver. He can go on this app right now, and it's showing him the next available car date to pick up is April 26th. That's a lie, because I've been on the Uber app all day today, and it ain't popped up no date of cars available. And I screenshotted that. It immediately tells you there's no cars available for 7 days. Who wants to be bothered with that? I'm sitting at home, found a way to generate income. I'm a qualified driver, and I can't get a car. So what it looks like to me, I don't know if I have the option to rent a car outside of the Uber program just on my own. But now if I do that, then I'm paying a higher rate, because Uber has a specific rate for their drivers to be able to rent a car for a week to get going. Now, this makes it bad for business that Uber sit up and created a program that don't work. You're talking about you have a shortage of cars. I went to Enterprise Rental, was able to rent a car, go pick up the car, but then was told by Lyft I couldn't use the car. So I had to let the car go. to turn around and contact Hertz. Hertz is acting like everybody and their mama is utilizing them, and they just never have no cars. Never. I've been dealing with Uber and this rideshare program since last year, October. That's what made me go ahead and take that trucking job, because you couldn't get a car. Now, unless you have your own car, that's the only way you're going to actually be an Uber driver or a Lyft driver. Because Lyft, for some reason, on my phone, when I used the app to search, it made it appear that Lyft had the driver rental program available here in Michigan. I contacted the Hertz Dearborn location. He told me they were involved with the program, but I didn't book the car there because they were still processing my driver's license portion on the Lyft. So after that, I just decided, well, I'll just go ahead and rent an Enterprise. I was under the assumption I'll just go ahead and rent a car and just attach it to them, get driving. But you can't do that. They have certain locations that you have to use in a rideshare program. But if I'm not using your program, why can't I just go rent me a car anywhere, from anywhere, and just drive? Why do I have to use your rideshare program? If your rideshare program is not available here, then I should be able to rent a car and go get driving, which I had one. I could have been driving 2 days ago, making income, 48 hours. But I couldn't use that car. To be forced to call the rental companies that they selected, which is Hertz and Avis, to not be able to get a car, now being told they don't have a car available to April 26th. Who the hell want to get approved or for a job and being told they got to sit around to April 26th before you can get a damn car? First, the Hertz Dearborn location was coming up for Lyft and to be able to get a car. Uber. Hertz must think I ain't contacted them before. I contacted you back in October. Their Dearborn location and the Avis out there on Middle Belt were the two locations for Uber that I was dealing with back in October. Now the Dearborn location tells me they're not doing Uber drivers. I asked the guy, could you give me your first and last name? Because I reported this and they would like to know, and Uber would like to know who I spoke to at that location that told me that. The guy refused to give his first and last name. Because if Uber, you want to know why? Because if Uber there calls there and I provided them the name, they speak to you and find out you told me some incorrect information, you're going to be fired. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to be fired. It's a known fact that Lyft and Uber both utilizes Hertz rental and Avis for Uber for rental cars. Why is it so hard for me to get a rental? Why am I being told all this incorrect information? Hertz in Dearborn was a location to get an Uber rental. Now the guy tells me today he's not a location. A few days ago when I was trying to get a rental car for Lyft, they were a location for Lyft. But after I secured a rental car from Enterprise and called them back and told me that I had to get the car from them, now they're not a location. Told me to call Livonia. As the guy did again today after he told me they're not a location for Uber now. You're not a location for Uber. Now you're not a location for Lyft. That's the Dearborn location. Told me to call Livonia or Woodhaven. You got me calling all over Michigan. It's too late. There's a problem with this program. Something is going on with this program. You're abusing the program, and I believe, and you're directly lying about the program. You're lying. You're lying to me on the phone. And I'm sick of it. Now, I called the Livonia location. This is the guy that tells me he can go on his app right now that he's an Uber driver slash. This guy just disclosed to me, you're an Uber driver. And you works for the Hertz location in Livonia. Tells me he can go on his app and see the next available car ain't until the 26th. Then proceeded to try to tell me if I would listen, he gonna tell me how to get a car. No, I'm not gonna listen to you because the first thing came out your mouth when I asked did you have cars available, you said you didn't. So how are you gonna tell me to get a car if you don't have a car? This is an Uber driver working directly at Hertz in Livonia. This is what the guy told me. He know all the ins and outs. He gonna tell me how I can get a car. Oh, really? When I first picked up the phone and said hello, I said, hey, let's try this again. Your second location. I'm calling to see if you get cars for Uber drivers. He said, yes, we do. I said, do you have any cars available? No, we don't. Okay, now you're going to try to tell me after all that, you able to get me a car. There's a problem with these programs. Now, I'm a truck driver. Instead of sitting up here all these weeks, let me show you my calendar. Let me show you how people and programs that don't work wastes your time. But they get on the news. Wait a minute, let me flip back. Get on the news looking for people ready and available to work. You know, I bet Lyft and Uber would like to know why people, their drivers that are getting approved is now being forced to find other jobs. And it's because, especially the ones who don't have a car and is trying to utilize a rental program. This is why. There's that problem I'm at right now. Let me show you my calendar. Let me show you how people waste this time. Don't get on TV talking about you looking for somebody immediately. Here I am. Technically do have a job, but can't get a rental car because of it. I want to try. I don't have a car. I've never had a car. I ain't had a car in a long time because I'm a truck driver. I was usually gone all the time. I'm not going to have no car sit up in no damn lot. And I'm gone all the damn time. And plus, even when I'm home local, I'm in a certain area all the time. Bus route available. And I like riding the bus because I used to drive the bus. That's why I never still got a car. I never got a car. Because I'm always on the truck all the goddamn time. That's why I never got a car. And back then when I had cars, they used to steal my cars all the time. That's something else I don't want to deal with. Even when I was getting rental cars, when I was coming home OTR, I used to get rental cars. I used to come back out from the rental car and see they had fucked with the car. What are you doing? Who the hell want to get a car? You got to be dealing with that shit. I'm already dealing with them coming in my house. You going in the car, doing shit? Who the fuck want to deal with that knowing some stranger been in your shit? Who the fuck want to deal with that? So let me go back to the calendar and show you how they're wasting time. The 7th, I was out at Oakland Mall on the 7th buying boots so I wouldn't be so muddy coming home from Horizon Freight. On the 6th, the truck was put in the shop because the issue with the water running down the front of the truck because of the windshield wipers went haywire and the horn kept going on. So, the 7th, I'm at the mall. Because I know the truck, I dropped the truck off at late in the evening on the 6th. So the 7th, they just now getting to it. And I ain't heard from the owner about the truck. I'm waiting for him to let me know what's what. So the 7th, okay, they're probably looking at it now. He'll let me know. I'm out at the mall shopping. Went out there at the mall, get a phone call from safety telling me he let me go on the 7th. At the 7th. So, 7, all the way there. This 21st, 22nd. All them days, I could have been driving for Uber. All them days. On the 14th and the 15th, I believe I had to contact Lyft because all of a sudden I had some unexplainable login issues. That delayed me. Then after I got everything straightened out, scheduled to pick up a car yesterday at Enterprise. Got up, prepared myself to go to work and couldn't use that car. Now I'm back at square one. And let me tell you what this is doing, what they did, what they're doing this for. You're stalling me because you want to know why? Let me tell you why they stalling me. Because Saturday is the 1st. They sitting me around knowing that when the 1st get here, I'm going to have to spend up the majority of my money. And after I do, I'm not going to have money to go rent a car. That's exactly what they're doing. That is exactly what they're doing. I walked into Enterprise. I was able to rent a car from Enterprise, but couldn't use. But you're using a third party, Hertz and Avis. Okay, Enterprise is a third party, but you're not using them. It's a third party vehicle that I rented. Do I have to rent through your program? Why can't I go just rent a car, attach it, and get driving? Do I necessarily have to use your program? Because your program don't work. I'm being lied to. You can't get it. April 26th. Today is what? The 22nd? This motherfucker, wait a minute. This is April 26th. This motherfucker telling me he ain't got no cars available for damn near 5 fucking weeks. He know ain't gonna be no cars returned for 5 fucking weeks. No, you stalling. You trying to sit me around so I can't make no income. You done fucked me now because I should have been driving on this week because I would have generated some income. So when it came to rent time, everything still be on point. Might not be making what I was making as a truck driver, but I'm doing something. I'm attempting to seek employment because my other job did something so stupid as to let me go and cause this problem. There's a problem with the Uber and Lyft rental car program here in Michigan. They've been lying. They don't have cars. They never have cars. And who wants to be approved to go to work and can't get to work because they can't get no damn car? This dirty trucking. There's an update on my situation, being unemployed because of Horizon Freight and letting me go. And then the stuff I had to go through, sitting me around. I already know what they was doing. You're going to sit me around because I'm fucked. Because if I can't get a car this week to get going, I am fucked. Because I'm going to pay my rent. And after that, I'm not going to have nothing to get a rental car. So now I got to go look for a regular job. What that's going to be, I don't know. But right now, in the meantime, while I'm doing the searching, I could be doing something productive out there picking up people, making income, making Hertz money because I got a rental car and I'm using it every week. Making Uber better business because I'm going to be an exemplary driver. But the minute I got on here talking about I'm finna be Uber and Lyft, some motherfucker get on here and you're going to have a bunch of complaints. Motherfucker, good luck with that. I ain't going to have any damn complaints. You understand me? That's a hater interfering with me getting to work. And I'm sick of it. This is why I can't get to work. You send me around on purpose to spend up the bulk of my money so I ain't going to have shit to get a rental car if one come available. I've been sitting up here all this goddamn time trying to get a fucking rental car. And it's been a waste of fucking time. Your program don't work.